Good morning. Welcome to day, I don't know, I think we're 174 of 365 days of morning routines and rituals with me, Miss Carla Marie. We are Tuesday, the 25th of August. And if you are in Western Australia, you're waking up to the craziest news that people could afford a $10,000 dinner last night with our Prime Minister. What? Yeah, so we have a really rich area here in Perth called Mosman Park, and we had the Prime Minister of Australia here, and he had a beautiful private dinner in a beautiful private home with all these elites. And if you wanted a seat at that table, it was 10 G's. Disgusting. Who in this day and age can afford 10 G's on a dinner? One dinner. A lot of us as families can't even afford $10 for dinner. So yeah, can see where, that drastic line shifts, right? Although in saying that, I know lots of rich and famous people, and even then, I don't think any of you would want to spend your 10 G's on dinner with the PM. Wild times we're in, right? Ugh. Anyway, let's start our Luminous Humanness book today, because what a start. What a start to our week here in WA, right? When, the rich and famous can go out for these extravagant meals, and here we are struggling to pay our bills. It's wonderful, right? The 25th, what a message. Live translucently. The litmus test for living and a truly luminous existence is to imagine that everything you said, did, and thought of was broadcasted on billboards and written from the front page of tabloids and social media. When you scroll what you do and say through the filter of translucence, you run out of room to harbour destructive habits, petty grievances, gossip, or any non-life-serving grudges. To live translucently is to live unshackled, as if today were the last, and all there is to do is to love with your whole heart and unleash your passionate presence at full throttle. The affirmation today is, today I am translucent and live with my best Today I am translucent and live with my heart and my soul on my sleeve. Talk about translucence, hey? Be the change in the world that you wish to see, right? And our Prime Minister ain't given us any changes that we would like to see. Sods. But it's true. And I think a lot of what I see in this space is that lack of emotional intelligence from these people in leadership. Now, emotional intelligence comes in many different angles. And one perspective of emotional intelligence is having empathy for someone else. And it's to put yourself in those shoes of another and to imagine the hardship and the turmoil that said person may be going through, right? And to have empathy means you can have compassion, you can give hope, and you can help them find their own grace to walk through whatever their wobbly period is, right? Unfortunately, the people in power here in Australia don't have that. Because if they did, they wouldn't be having $10,000 dinners. And it's really interesting to see how these elites really view people. Just everyday people. Because they don't view us as everyday people. They view us as an inconvenience, someone who's taking from them. And that's where the change needs to happen. Because when we continue to compete against each other, we can't relate to each other. We can't empathise with one another because we're sitting in a space of judgment. We're sitting in a space of envy, greed, the 7 deadly sins, right? So it's allowing ourselves these spaces to find balance within these areas. And to do so means to have empathy, means to have emotional intelligence. It means to know how to regulate your own nervous system so you're not triggered by someone else when they do those things. And it's allowing ourselves to help each other as a humanity. Because we all believe the same. We are all human beings, no matter what color, race, or lineage you walk from. You are a human being. And as a human being, we are all entitled to life. We are all entitled to free will. We are all entitled to choice. And when we remove those spaces from others, we lose empathy, we lose compassion. And when you start to lose those qualities, it does not make you a leader any further. It makes you a manager. A manager is someone who is really good at following advice, regardless of who it hurts or who it harms, because they're just following what someone told them to do. A leader looks at it differently. A leader says, this is not okay. I want to make change. And I think we've lost touch on what leaders and managers are in our country. And it's really sad. But that's a world problem too, right? We're facing this on a global scale. And the only way that we can change this is by using our voices, speaking up against the systems and telling them we're not okay with this any further. We're not doing this any further. We're not complying to what that is any further until you find a better way forward for us as humanity. Otherwise, we ain't gonna survive. We need to come back to community space, to being in those areas where we help give each other a hand up and a hand out. By sharing the food and resources that we might have, by sharing the clothes on your back, the roof that, the home that you have. All of those things add to all of these factors, right? And it's learning, how do we give back in those spaces at the same time? Because if you're not given, you can't receive. And when we go, that's not a very nice way to feel. Because your soul is what changes that incarnation, right? And if you don't feel fulfilled when you pass over, you start again. You do it all over again, right? We evolutionize, we come back, we try it all again. And we're kind of pretty sure a lot of us as human beings are done with repeating the lessons, done with living in the same turmoil. We're tired of suffering. And so we need to make global changes within those spaces, right? What a conversation this morning. It's an interesting time to be alive in the world, right? You have a split portion who really want to help humanity and a split portion who really don't give a shit. This is why it's so important that we come back to how we want to feel moving forward. What kind of vision and world do you want to live in? What kind of life do you want to lead and live in? Because I know I don't want to be a manager anymore. I'm tired of following. It doesn't feel good. I want to be a leader who speaks up against these systematic problems, who wants to change these systematic problems. And it all starts with a voice, right? It all starts with an idea, and it all starts with a collective energy where we all want the same thing, where we want to grow and move forward. So we're not stuck like this as humanity any further. All the weird and wonderful things, right? Let's place a beautiful bubble of white light energy around our entire energetic field today to keep us safe and protected from all negative and lower vibrational energies. With this bubble of white light energy, we allow ourselves to be safe and protected from all negative and lower vibrational energies today. So we may move forward freely and confidently into alignment with our heart, our higher self, and our soul's journey. May I receive honest and truthful guidance that helps me reconnect both of my clients with their heart and their higher selves today, so we can help them move forward into alignment to what they're actually needing to receive. May my bubble of energy be wrapped in beautiful white, gold, and green white light energy fields today to keep me safe and protected. I also ask, excuse me, for my golden suit of armor to be placed around my entire energetic field with golden mirrors and reflective mirrors to ensure that no negative or lower vibrational energies can penetrate any of the healing that I've received today. So that way I may move forward freely and confidently throughout my day. Keep these little protections. Our intention is everything. I set an intention in the morning and I set an intention in the evening. It is important that you set an intention for yourself. So you're telling, excuse me, so you're telling your mind, your body, and your soul, how do you actually want to feel moving forward? And then your energetic field move into the vibration of looking for that. It's law of attraction 101. Today, to end, I am grateful that I woke up. I'm grateful for happy and healthy children. And I am grateful for the opportunities that are about to be placed on my path. I'm excited to see what the unravelment is and where it takes me. Excuse me. I hope you have the most wonderful and beautiful Tuesday, no matter where it is that you are. And if you're fighting those political systems, ensure that you fight it properly, that you use your leadership skills and knowledge and your tenacity, your intuition. Allow that to guide you today. I hope you have the most wondrous and blessed day. I love you. See you tomorrow. Bye.